This is a rough run through of the sailboat project. First, we need to remove the cat. We can select the cat and scissor him out. Then we're going to go to the Backgrounds tab, and we're going to import a different background. And you'll probably have something like this. We're going to go to the Outdoors. We're going to find the city with water and bring that in. That's now our background. If we want to get rid of this white background, just click the X. We're now going to bring in a new sprite. So we're going to click on the sprite folder. You're going to see 6 different folders that you can use. We're going to select transportation, and we're going to find the sailboat. There's a sailboat. And that places on there. You can click and drag it around. If you want to make it a little smaller, you can click on the small sprite and click on him. You'll make him smaller. If you want to make the sprite bigger, click on the enlarge. We're going to drag this to kind of a starting point. We're going to do x minus 180 and y minus 120. And you'll see the x and y coordinates over here. If we hold that on the cursor, that's where the sprite will start. So now we're going to move the sprite, and so we can find the move, and that's over here, and you'll see where we can move it over, move 10 steps. And if we click on it, you'll see that our sprite does in fact move. Drag him back. If we want to go a little faster, we can change that value, say to 40 steps, and we click on it. You'll notice how he takes a little bit bigger jumps. Drag him back. But what's going to happen is the direction that the sprite is going is always in the X direction, or that he's pointing. So to be able to get him to kind of move up the harbor here, we're going to go ahead and get rid of this. You can just drag it off, and we're going to bring this other value in, change X by 10. And if we do that, he goes straight across. And we can change the Y value. So remember, it's like a big grid. Here's the Y-axis, and then here's the X-axis that goes across. And as you hold the cursor, we can get right close to 0, 0. And we're almost there. You can see how we can go, and that's the center is 0, 0. And now if I do this, now the sailboat kind of goes up. If I don't want him to move quite so fast, I can maybe do X value 4, Y value 2. And looks like he might just progress on up there. Now, if we don't want to have to keep doing that, we can look at the controls, and we can look at some of these loops, and they kind of do what they say they're going to do. If we do forever, then we can drag our loops in there for the blues, and now it'll do change X by 4 and Y by 2 forever, and we don't have to do anything more with it. And the sailboat goes off. So we'll drag him back over. So maybe we don't want to do that forever. Maybe we just want to do that a few times. So I'm going to get that, and we'll bring the repeat in here, and now it'll repeat a certain number of times. And so maybe we'll do this 30 times. And if we click on it, notice it moves it up, but it keeps it at 30 times. So if we want to start the script without having to click on the script, like if we were to upload it, we can bring the when clicked. And so now we can start the script by clicking on the green flag over here. Bring it back. Okay, we might want a different costume for our sprite. So we have our sprite. We can go to costumes, and we can copy the sprite, and now we'll have sailboat 1. And what we're going to do is we're going to edit this, and we're going to kind of make the sprite look like it's on fire. So we'll select some reds, and we'll do some red in here. And fire usually has some yellow, so we'll do some yellow in here. Now our boat's on fire. Now we have two different what we call costumes. Notice if I select one, but we need to make the program do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our scripts, and it's going to repeat this 30 times, but we're going to go to looks, and then after this looks, we're going to switch to another costume. And the drop down here, okay, so what we're going to do is we want to set it to the first costume, the regular sailboat, and then we're going to have it catch on fire when it's done. We're going to drag that back over, click the, and it catches on fire. Off fire, on fire. So it's only on fire when it's moving. And our last step is, because we want it to go ahead and start at the same spot each time, we're going to go to motion, and we're going to set our X and Y coordinates. And so we're going to set Y to minus 180, and we're going to set X to minus 120, and we'll see what that does. Oh, starts a little low, so we're going to switch that. So we start the X at minus 180 and the Y at minus 120. Click our flag. Maybe we want that to go a little bit more, so we'll do 60 times. Click the flag, and from there you can play with it and see what happens. Our last step is to quickly save this, so we just click on the Save This Project button. We'll give it a name and click OK, and it's saved.